Whenever you open the Zomato app, you see the pop-up saying 100% plastic neutral deliveries in India. Now, this was announced recently by the company where they introduced this concept, and in the note they said, plastic continues to be a big part of food packaging, around 43 grams of every order that's delivered, and they are aiming to deliver 100 plus million additional eco-friendly food delivery orders. Now, what is a plastic neutral delivery? So for a meal ordered, Zomato will recycle 100% of all the plastic that is utilized. This, as per the company, will cost significant amount of money and is going to affect P&L negatively. This is not the only initiative. Zomato also launched climate conscious delivery last year, where they started to fund local environment projects to offset carbon footprint and offset 5 lakh metric tons of carbon emissions last year. Great initiative by the company. So to discuss this, we have with us Ms. Anjalli Ravi Kumar, who is the Chief Sustainability Officer of Zomato, joining us now on this show. Well, we spoke to Anjalli about a lot of things and she told us about the company's sustainability plans. Let's listen into what she had to say.
Thanks so much for having me. So let me tell you about how we're addressing our plastic waste problem. The first thing is to know that, we really are influencers in this. We influence how restaurants package products, but the ultimate decision of how they package deliveries rests with restaurants. So what we're doing is the first step we're really taking is that we are incentivizing restaurants to move away from plastic. And we've just launched a pilot in Bangalore where we give restaurants an eco-friendly label if they don't use any plastic in their packaging. And about 1,000 restaurants have come on board, and we're planning to take this pilot to other cities across India. And we really believe that will help restaurants also attract eco-conscious consumers and be a win-win for the planet as well as for businesses. That's the first step we're taking. Secondly, last year you would have heard of our no cutlery initiative, wherein we basically made no cutlery required the default option on our app. And this has effectively reduced 300 metric tons of single-use plastic altogether. So you can see by these two measures, we are reducing plastic overall and replacing it, and in many cases, replacing it with biodegradable options. But what do we do about the fact that plastic is still widely used and will continue to be used because it's cheap, it's widely available. There are many PIN codes in our country where you cannot get biodegradable options easily and at low cost.
So according to Zomato, recycling is picking up, but they also plan to do this with plastic neutral deliveries. Anjalli explained us this process.
So for that, the good news is that recycling is emerging as a major industry. There is a small but growing market for pellets made of plastic, especially the grade of plastic that it is used for containers. And we are really thrilled to be supporting the development of this ecosystem by voluntarily recycling more than an equivalent amount of the plastic that is used for orders and deliveries. What this means is that we have appointed a reputed, registered recycling waste management company that will sign contracts with authorized recyclers across the country. They will collect waste plastic, typically from municipalities, taking care to ensure that it is the same grade of plastic that is used for deliveries. And then they will have this recycled, and we will issue certificates to Zomato to say that a certain quantity has been recycled as per the norms. And we really believe by taking this voluntary measure, we are going to be helping the entire ecosystem develop. Very excited to be participating in protecting the environment in this way. You should also know that the reason we don't see, for instance, glass bottles and steel cans lying around is because they have very efficient recycling systems. For plastic too, that is the end goal, to get to an efficient recycling system so that plastic never reaches landfills and oceans.
Okay, efficient recycling system is in place, but Zomato also launched climate conscious delivery last year, where they started to fund local environmental projects to offset carbon footprints, and they actually offset around 5 lakh metric tons of carbon emissions last year. Anjalli told us about their plans in the space, where they are investing, and a lot more.
So, yes, we had announced that we will invest into India-based renewable energy projects to offset our emissions. And we've invested in various wind and hydro projects across the country. We're going to be issuing a sustainability report shortly that will have details of all the projects that we've invested in. And this has amounted to, as you rightly pointed out, 500,000, close to 500,000 credits being purchased to offset our emissions. For this year, we will continue down the path of exploring both the reduction measures we can take. And I should add that on the reduction front, we are already pursuing a path of, we have close to 20% of deliveries being made on cycle. And we are steadily growing our electric vehicle program with the aim of transitioning to 100% electric by 2030. So those are some of the key reduction measures. At the same time, until we get to serious numbers on the reduction front, we will continue to offset through this approach, and we will refine our strategy as the market also develops.
But they did mention in their release, right, that this will be a costlier affair. So how costly will it be? Let's find out.
Let me share our perspective on this, right? So there are certain costs that one needs to incur today to really be able to offer a service of plastic neutral delivery or a climate conscious delivery, right? And we have taken those costs and we are bearing those costs, but we believe two things are going to happen down the line. One is that awareness of climate change is going to grow so exponentially that really consumers themselves will see value in those brands that offer these kinds of products and services. So we seek to become a preferred food delivery brand for all eco-conscious consumers in India. The second is that going further down the line, there is likely to be a lot of regulation in this space. And therefore, it's really important for us to stay well ahead of any kind of regulatory action by voluntarily, proactively doing things for the environment, even if it comes at a cost in the immediate time frame.
Okay, so those are Zomato's sustainability plans. Of course, you can do your bit as well by ensuring sustainability in doing small things daily. Do write to us in the comments and tell us your daily actions that are sustainable, and stay tuned to Climate Clock on CNBC TV 18.